So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse came out a couple weeks ago, and ever since then, this movie has completely taken over the film landscape. It's the highest rated movie of all time on Letterboxd, and on top of being a critical success, this movie is absolutely killing it at the box office. The only problem is that I am not a fan of animated movies. I've always respected animation as an art form, but I've had a real disdain towards a lot of the animated films Hollywood has put out over the past, 10 years. But after seeing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, my opinion is completely changed. This movie showed me that a major studio can make a really clever, creative, and fun animated movie that is crowd-pleasing and fun, but also explores themes of identity and legacy, and it can be freaking amazing like this movie is. It's hard to know where to begin with this movie because there is so much happening in it, but just to start things off, I am a massive fan of Spider-Man. Me, like so many others, grew up watching the Spider-Man films, and these types of movies will always hold a special place in my heart, and Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is literally the perfect Spider-Man story. Obviously, you have all this crazy multiverse stuff happening and cameos left and right, but the main focus is always on Miles Morales and his story, and I think that is where this succeeds and Spider-Man No Way Home fails. No Way Home was a story based off nostalgia, and the cameos were really what carried the movie at the end of the day. If you look at the film subjectively, it is a pretty weak movie for the most part, but Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a story about Miles Morales, him becoming Spider-Man and coming into his own as a hero, and I thought that was just fantastic. And obviously, you do have the cameos and stuff there, and that is literally just the icing on the cake. This on its own is a fantastic movie, but the cameos and the connection to the other movies just makes this even better and an even better theatrical experience if you get the opportunity to see this in a packed theater, which I highly recommend. The animation here is absolutely incredible. I mean, the creativity on display here is insane. I can't even fathom how this movie was made. In fact, the feeling that I got watching this movie is the same feeling that I got watching Raimi's original Spidey trilogy growing up, because I haven't a clue how they made this. I can't even fathom how this was done, from stop motion to live action. I mean, just Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a pure masterclass in filmmaking and just absolutely incredible. Something that can be overlooked in animation are the performances, and I think they're fantastic here. Shameik Moore is great as Miles Morales, Haley Steinfeld is really good, and I think Daniel Kaluuya and Oscar Isaac are also standouts, but Jason Schwartzman might be the standout as Spot here. I think he plays an awesome villain. He's terrifying and hilarious at the same time, which is exactly the type of character that you want in a story like this, and I think the idea of Spot being this B-villain perfectly fits into the themes of Across the Spider-Verse, and he's a great villain. I can't wait to see where they take his character going forward in the next movie. The action here is awesome. As I said, there's a ton of creativity when it comes to the animation in this movie, and that is certainly the case with the action sequences. The way the scenes are framed is something you couldn't do. It wouldn't be possible to do in live action. If you did do it, it would probably look really bad, but the fact that this is animation, you can get away with so much more. I mean, the possibilities of what you can do are endless, and they do a ton in this movie, but watching this feels like you're watching a comic book in the best way possible. It's such a unique experience and just truly unlike anything out in theaters right now. There are so many references and cameos in this film. I mean, it's really like an onion. There's just so many layers, so much going on, and this is certainly the type of movie that is going to require many rewatches, which I certainly intend on doing. More than anything, though, I just loved how sincere Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse felt. Nowadays, a lot of modern-day blockbusters can have this feeling of cynicism towards them, where it almost feels like they're making fun of themselves. And while there is certain elements of meta-commentary in this movie, it never feels like it's dumbing itself down or it's not taking itself seriously. Everything in this film is just done perfectly. I would go as far to say that this is a perfect movie. It's truly unlike anything I've seen before. I was so shocked by this. Seeing this in theaters in a packed crowd was just an incredible experience, and I cannot wait to see what they do with Beyond the Spider-Verse. Guys, I'm going to give Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse a 5 out of 5. If you guys did enjoy the video, as always, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Also, comment down below your thoughts on the film if you have seen it by now, and I'll be back very soon with some brand new content. This is Shai signing off. Peace out.